All right, today I want to give you my review for Outer Range. This is a show that debuted back in April 2022. It's been on my list of shows to watch, but hadn't quite got around to it, but finally circled back to it, and I binged right through it. So at the heart of the show, we have great family drama. We have the Abbott family, and then we also have the Tillerson family. These two ranches are neighbors. They have their own drama within their own families, and then events occurred that caused them to have drama with each other. Right or wrong, these families do not like each other. There is tension over land claims and the validity of them. There's definitely tensions between the family members, which, creates one of the main plot lines throughout the season. And then on top of that great drama, we get the sci-fi aspect. And in this show, it starts off as simple as there is just a giant hole out in the western pasture. The hole becomes a literal dumping ground throughout the season, and we eventually kind of find out what happens to things that travel through the hole. A lot of the sci-fi and mystery angle is all related to the hole and the land in general. We got special rocks, we got the black, I'll just call it the black juice, which causes, visions. And we have a changing landscape. So there's a lot of supernatural things going on that our main cast is either aware, not aware, or can't explain. With all that world building and tension and drama created, it sets the stage for the real drama and the main plot points of the show. And that's the relationship between Josh Brolin's character Royal and the strange hippie woman Autumn, who shows up on his ranch in the first episode. Autumn knows more than she's letting on. Royal knows this. And they develop this relationship that by the end of the show, it just escalates into, I can't even really describe it. It gets so weird. It gets so strange. It gets so brutal. The tension between them, and the hate just kind of grows and grows and grows. And as you see, there's variety of reasons why. And it all escalates in the finale of the season. But then they drop the twist on you. All right, so we got full spoiler territory here. So if you haven't seen it, I suggest you go watch it and then circle back. So we get the revelation that Amy is Autumn. As soon as Royal was discovering the twist, when he's feeling around on Autumn's forehead and found the scar, I literally flash back to all different parts of all the episodes. It's like, oh, like that. It's a good twist. It's well worth it. All the building blocks are there, and now in hindsight, you go back and see them, right? There's lots of things like how she says she doesn't remember anything from when she was before she was 9. Amy's obviously 9 years old. Just like stuff like that all kind of starts to add up. So I thought it was a cool twist. And now it sets up a ton of where the hell are they going in season 2? Because it went from Royal literally wanting to kill this woman and she wanting to kill him to him taking her unconscious body and laying it down in Amy's childhood bed and then telling his wife that they did not lose Amy. Their sons are gone, but not Amy. So definitely an interesting moment there. Because for all intents and purposes, Autumn's a pretty messed up girl. Like in the last 2-3 episodes, she's kind of gone batshit crazy. Her relationship with Billy is just everything just escalates and just gets more and more weird as the episode goes on, which is cool. So how is Royal with the new knowledge that Autumn is actually his granddaughter? How's that going to play out into season 2? One of the big mysteries throughout the season is that Perry's wife has gone missing, Rebecca. The most logical conclusion anyone could have got to is she didn't leave, she wasn't kidnapped, she fell through a hole essentially and did the whole time jump. But did she? We're not sure. But she shows up at the end and takes Amy with her. So where has she been? And she says she has to talk to her. She has to keep her safe, blah, 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 blah. So something is obviously going on with her storyline. She seems to be very much aware potentially of what's been going on. So it'll be interesting to learn more about her character, where she's been. And then obviously with Perry himself, right? He dove through that hole. Autumn essentially made him dive through that hole with, I think, he thought maybe there's a chance I could find my wife by going through this hole. So Perry went for the leap. The hole disappeared. So we have no idea where Perry went. We obviously know he went somewhere else in time. But how is he going to pop up back in the show? There's one part of the show that didn't quite land for me, and that was all the way back into the final minutes of the first episode when Autumn pushes Royal in the hole. Because after that moment, she doesn't think what she did was trying to kill him. And from my point of view as the viewer, to me it seemed as if she tried to kill him. She may have been seeing what happens when you go through the hole, but not knowing what would happen when someone falls through that hole. Their fate is essentially in your hands. And then later down the episode, when he tries to kill her on the ATV, it's a big point for her freaking out and whining, and kind of going crazy at the end. When the whole time, literally the first day you met, you tried to kill this man. So that part was a little weaker to me. I loved the twist of him knocking Josh Brolin through the hole, because after that I was like, oh. Maybe Josh Brolin was just the star power just for one episode to lead this episode. I didn't realize he'd be right back the very next episode and still be the main character throughout. So, but yeah, other than that, everything else in the season pretty much worked for me. I'm glad I went back and circled this. I'll probably give season 1 of Outer Range, I think I'll give this a solid 8 out of 10, and I'm definitely going to be checking out season 2 whenever it comes back. In October 2022, they announced it was renewed for a second season. Charles Murray is taking over Watkins' position as the showrunner. That was 2022. I'm assuming maybe this was impacted by the writer's strike. I can see that principal photography began in April 2023. I don't see anything for a release date for the season, though. So that'll wrap up this review. Let me know in the comments, did you enjoy Outer Range, and are you looking forward to season 2? Peace out, everyone.